It's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion. This is for Friday, the 14th of February. I'm Michael Groff. It's Valentine's Day. And if you're like me, well, you think rainy days are kind of romantic. It's just too bad we really didn't get one here in the Valley. It's another cautionary tale to those of you that like to hype up storm systems like this one. That's why we don't do that here, something that the local media could certainly learn something about. As many of you didn't see much or anything in terms of measurable rain. Now, yes, some of you actually did. We got some reports of actual, meaningful, measurable rain across the state and even here in the Valley yesterday afternoon, overnight, this morning, or all of the above. But for the most part, the clouds are clearing out now. We are just left with some breezy conditions, and we are going to dry out and warm up over the next several days. How warm will it get? How long will it last? Do we have any more chances of rain? We'll talk about all of that, everything else in just a moment. But before we do, it is Friday, and that means it's Photo Friday here. That's where we take a look at some of the photos and or videos that you guys have submitted. First up, David Parnell. That's the guy that took this picture. Desert Vista High School was the place. Last Saturday was the time, and high school sports are all going on. Basketball, wrestling, and of course, relevant to outdoors and the weather, soccer. Oh, yeah, they got soccer going on, too. And so just a beautiful weekend last weekend. Plus, as an added bonus, the one and only Michelle and myself met David last Sunday over at the Runner's Den Pancake Run up there in Paradise Valley. David decided to show up and introduce himself, and that was really cool. David's been a viewer of this channel, of our weather videos for many years. So it was great to finally see David. And of course, we highly encourage anybody that, if you're out and about, you happen to see us out there, you want to say hello, sure. Why not? Introduce yourself. I felt bad. At first, I didn't recognize David. My vision is not the greatest. So, no, it was great seeing David. So awesome stuff there. And really appreciate all the pictures through the years, David. Thank you so much. Steve up in Willow Creek. Now, see, here's somebody that had measurable precipitation, 3,700 of an inch. Of course, Willow Creek is up there in northwest Arizona. We certainly anticipated that they would see some precipitation out of this, and they did. Also, it was not all that cold up there, 40 degrees. How about that is what his thermometer shows there. They had mostly rain, it looks like. And so that's interesting. Great pictures there from Steve. And then this one, well, that's me. That was taken by the one and only Michelle. And we were out last Saturday. Of course, here's the thing. Valentine's Day is just not the day to go out for anything. Don't go out for your romantic dinner on Valentine's Day. And really, if it falls on a Friday like it does this year, don't go out that Saturday night either. It's going to be too crowded. That's what amateurs do. Now, you want to go out, maybe the week before, depending on when the day falls, go several days before, several days after. It's still the same thing, folks. You don't have to go out on Valentine's Day, and so that's what we did. We went over to the Attic, which is over there by Studio A, over there in the Arcadia area. And, of course, some pizza, burgers. That place is excellent. I haven't been there in a long time. Michelle had never been there. So, fine folks, good atmosphere, good service, good stuff. So, always appreciate and support those local businesses as well. All right, here's a shot. This is from Owen up in Page, a little bit of patchy fog up there. Then, of course, we go up to Montana. Buck up there in Montana, that sign is upside down. How about that? And it is cold, as you would expect in Montana this time of year. Look at all that snow on the ground. How cold is it? Well, how about minus 19 degrees? Goodness gracious. I like the cold as much as the next guy. I'll take a cold day over a hot day any day. But not minus 19. That is out of my tolerance level. That is for sure. But anyway, thank you to Buck for sending in those pictures. Really do appreciate that. Good to see some snow, at least someplace. I'm glad somebody's getting some precipitation out here in the West. Unfortunately, it's not really us. All right. Well, if you have any photos and or videos that you'd like to submit for Photo Friday, groffshow@gmail.com. That's the email address. It's groffshow@gmail.com for Photo Friday. All right, let's get into it here. The almanac from yesterday, 72 degrees, the afternoon high, 49 the morning low, pretty close to where we ought to be. 70 and 49 are the averages. A trace of rain officially in the bucket at Sky Harbor yesterday. I believe there was a trace this morning. At last look, that's all they had. And so, once again, no measurable rain officially from this storm. Yes, I know some of you did pick up some rain. I got reports from Beth saying it was raining up in North Phoenix. I got a report from, who else was said? I got a report from up in Surprise of rain yesterday. I don't believe there was any rain from our official correspondent down in the greater Ajo Metroplex. Just some sprinkles, I believe, is all they got down there. But for the most part, no, not a lot of measurable rain around. So, all right, looking outside now here after 12 o'clock. Yeah, there's still some clouds out there, and we're sitting at 66 degrees at Sky Harbor. Dew point's 43, humidity 43%, wind from the west at 10, barometer is falling. All right, let's see here. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do there. All right, technical stuff. All right, here's the satellite loop over the last 24 hours. And why didn't we get any real significant rain? This is exactly what we told you was going to happen with this system as it came on in. That upper low that was off the northern California coast came on in, rapidly weakened. That atmospheric river, all that moisture, well, it began to shear on out as it came through because there really wasn't enough dynamic support to keep the deeper moisture advection going. And so you can see how that cloud band just started to fall apart as it came on through into Arizona. Now, the northern part of the state still saw some precipitation, and certainly points to the north of us got and are still getting rain and snow. But around here, that's exactly what happened and why things just did not pan out as some of the models had advertised. And again, we told you that this is unfortunately how this thing was going to play out. And, you know, it's people say, Mike, you're so pessimistic about this. No, it's just, you know, we have seen this time and again this season, and the models gave us pretty strong indication that there would be a rapid weakening of this low as it came on through. So that moisture just wasn't going to make it. The trajectory of that atmospheric river, everything was just not going to make it into southern Arizona, and it sure didn't. So that's unfortunate. And again, I don't know why I keep doing that. All right, I got to hit that. There we go. To do the satellite loop, I have had a different hotkey there. That's why things are a little bit out of whack today. All right, the watch warning map. Now, we've got plenty of winter storm warnings and winter weather advisories out here in the west. Those areas in the pink, those are winter storm warnings. We've got some flood watches. We've got more winter weather action in the northeast. So obviously, you know, there's plenty of places that are seeing some rainfall and some snowfall, and I'm just jealous. But around here, things are pretty quiet. Convective outlook for today. Again, some thunder as that system kind of departs across the Four Corners region. And, of course, over parts of the Gulf Coast and the southeast U.S., Now, let me show you. This is the day 2 outlook. This is tomorrow. An enhanced risk of severe storms around the Mississippi Delta, some of the adjacent states there, nosing in toward the western portions of Alabama. The broader severe weather risk from the Sabine Pass over into the Florida Panhandle. And there could be a few tornadoes, maybe even a significant tornado or two in that Mississippi Delta region, that enhanced risk zone tomorrow and tomorrow night. A pretty good squall line of storms is going to develop there. So that's going to be an active weather day and evening tomorrow night, and maybe into the wee hours of Sunday morning. But around here, this is the precipitation outlook valid through Friday morning of next week. Now, when this outlook was issued, this is actually from very early this morning, Rain amounts a few hundredths of an inch at most here in Phoenix, and that's pretty much how this has played out. Many spots saw nothing. And that's all we're going to see for the next 7 days. We'll talk about that in more detail now, taking a look at the models. Here we go. GFS, valid 2 o'clock this afternoon. Troughing moving on through, ridge for the east. And so down at the surface for the rest of the day today, partly cloudy sky. And again, there might be a shower around someplace, northern or eastern Maricopa County, but I think for us here in Phoenix, by and large, the rain has ended. Whatever rain you want to call that. And so we are just left with breezy conditions, west winds, 8 to 20 miles an hour the rest of the afternoon, and high temperatures, upper 60s and low 70s. Tonight, we turn clear and a bit colder. Overnight lows, upper 30s maybe for the cold spots, 40s for the rest of us. Tomorrow, just a gorgeous day, okay? Chamber of Commerce kind of weather. Sunny sky, highs pretty close to 70. Going to Sunday, partly sunny, high temperatures, likely getting into at least the low 70s, maybe even mid 70s. More or less the same deal on Monday, President's Day, highs mid 70s or so. Could even see upper 70s. Now, there's a little short wave that's going to come on through past mainly north of us Monday and Tuesday, and that should knock temperatures down a degree or 3. Highs back toward the mid-70s on Tuesday, and again, some passing clouds, but that's going to be about it. Wednesday, we're mostly sunny, high temperatures, upper 70s, will be close to 80 on Thursday. Again, mostly sunny sky, just a couple of high clouds dancing across the sky. Let's keep going. This is a week from today, Friday, the 21st. Ridge is sitting off to the north and west of us, a dry northwesterly flow here. No real sign of any meaningful weather, no real precipitation. Yeah, a little shortwave trough clipping across the region, but again, we're looking dry in that setup. Going out 10 days. This is Sunday, the 23rd. Look at that big ridge out here for the west and just off the west coast. And if that's correct, well, that's a dry northwesterly flow, and temperatures would be well above average. We could very easily be well up in the 80s if that's correct. I'd say highs probably in the mid 80s. So we're going to be well above average again. All right, looking at rainfall for Phoenix off the GFS ensemble. This is a little bit misleading because this is from the earlier ensemble runs. So any precipitation that was going to fall has fallen. So and over the next 10 days or 14, 15 days here, we really don't anticipate any notable chance of rainfall. I know it's depressing. All right, temperatures off the national blend of models. Well, you see the trend is up, and by next week, we're well up in the 70s, and by the following weekend, we're well up in the 80s, maybe mid 80s, 84, 86, something like that, out there toward about the 23rd, 24th of the month. And that's going to do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video is due back here on Monday morning. But of course, updates before that if necessary. Should you happen to enjoy these videos, be sure to subscribe, like, share, click that notification bell, leave those comments, questions, and suggestions. If you really like what we do here, then click that thanks icon below the video here on YouTube and make those monetary contributions to us. Or you can donate directly via PayPal. groffshow@gmail.com is that PayPal address. It's groffshow@gmail.com for PayPal. The executive producer of the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion is my Valentine. Yes, the Asian sensation and proprietor of sweetchildaz.com.org and the Facebook page of the same name, Sweet Child Arizona. Talking about my Michelle, yes, my OAO. Go ahead and check her out. Check out her blogs, videos, everything Michelle related, and possibly even Adriana related. It's all linked up down there in the description. Give it a look, give it a listen, give it a gander, and tell us what you think of all that. Also, our streaming station, it's available 24/7, 365. It is called KMGX. What do we do there? Well, we play a ton of music and have a lot of fun with that. So I highly encourage you to check that out too. All right, thank you guys so much for watching, all of your continued support. It is immensely appreciated. We could not do these videos without you. Please, I want you to be safe out there, and you guys have yourselves a great Friday and a wonderful weekend.